um, just looking at things also on a larger picture, man. You know what I mean? Because like tomorrow we could have something on that property. Meaning a place, a prefab.
Oh, you know, 21,
Yeah,
22.
2022, where you have heated.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Heated, whatever. God, but we say this, man, and we cliche what Allah said a lot of times, man. All we have to do is come together. But do you understand the gravity of that?
Mm.
Right, but God, we have God, our ills would be done instantaneously if we came together.
True indeed.
God, we have got neurosurgeons you and I just met.
Yeah, right.
Right? People in
Architects.
arts and sciences,
Yeah.
all walks of life, facets, learning. I'm like, I'm proud to see that.
Absolutely.
Right, right. But you're coming together like overnight. Like, okay, but God, listen, man. Like you had men, in fact, who are into business and commerce and construction and stuff like that. They was part of like, the revitalization. The best people to come together to do that would be that. You know what I mean? And of course, you want nation input. What can we do to enhance and help?
Right.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? But nationally overnight, food, clothing, shelter. You know what I mean? Our number one issue for some of us, man, again, going back to that, is not the nation itself. I know people hear this, there he go and die. He talking about us. I'm talking about the behavior. We ain't Masons. We're not hiding, in order for us to, you talk about a solution, you have to identify a problem. Right. You know what I mean? And a lot of times your behavior has run healthy, strong, and good breeders from you. I'm not doing nothing with y'all.
Right.
Like my favorite line is, most of these people who you run away just say, I'll just be a good 5% over here. Because
right.
yeah, because like I come among y'all, it's always some politics. It's this and that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the big I, the little you thing, or it's always something. You know what I mean? And then when you call into account, you can't even be a man and woman. So I've knocked on some doors already. Yeah, I did. I'm not. I don't. Yeah. Let me talk to you for a minute. Because my thing, I ain't trying to throw the rope around somebody's neck and hang them dry. You know what I mean? But you need to be informed that we recognize. Listen, man, my man. You know what I mean? So what you need to do? Yeah, go fall back for a minute, man. Go look at who you are. What you doing?
Right.
Because because your behavior has caused us. You burning the house down now.
Right.
So hence here we are having a conversation about. We having a conversation about where we going and then it's left. Listen to this one, God. To you, me, and others to come together to assemble, right? And ask the question. Okay, where are we going? You got Born Justice and the Law, You Justice, and a handful of other brothers running around, and Divine Prince, and I'm sure other people are looking as well. You know what I mean? To find a place.
Right.
But these are people who are not bringing this particular behavior. See, and then we come together. It's let me stand in front of the building. Let me walk across the street. Let me scream and holler. Your words are foul. Your words itself gives indication of what's to come.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man.
God, you bring up a good point. Because you have pointed out to me about the school being it's a school zone. It's a school, right? So you don't want no smoking in front of the building. You don't want no loitering in front of the building. So, but I see that a lot at the school. The guard who brings his young to the school says he has an issue bringing his young to the school because he said all it is just people standing in front of the school and they old people. So these are the things that we can address, right? Well, let's not loiter in front of school. Or let's not stand in front of school smoking and you know what I mean. I mean, not to knock anybody for what they do, it's just not in front of the school, right? And this is ours, right? This is like you said, our nation, we have a whole lot, but are we taking care of it? Do we all share the same values in terms of holding it down and respecting it in the way that it needs to be respected? Right.
Right.
So
No. You don't. In fact, last Sunday, this Saturday past, I had class. So I had a young man come to my class, looking a little discombobulated. So I told him to go outside. I got the guard name. Wow, it's a guard too, man. So he spoke with the brother, but when I came up to class, I seen people outside. So I said, God, listen, man, in order for him to get to the class, he had to walk past Shaw. Right? Now you're sitting there and you're talking, right? And then, all right, Pete, ain't nothing wrong with that, God. We're not, but here's the deal. In that equation, we're the children in that equation. Right. All right. Like I already know who you are, what we did, where we went, what we will do. But this ain't the honeycomb hideout, right? Like, okay, you come in, this is school, I wanna, you act like it's church. No, it ain't church, but I just said that to Parliament. Some of y'all need to go there. You know,
just like laws that go back to the mosque.
Yeah, y'all need to go there. Yeah. Some of y'all need, man. Yeah. You'll sit up here, I'm talking about power refinement, and you'll have no refinement. None. Right? Even though mine is just power, but you can't discount refinement. Right? And I'm saying, just in sitting there, I don't mind talking to like you said, God, I'm not, sitting there talking, what are you doing? Like, what's the plan? Okay, in fact, my thing is, what are you talking about? Like, please don't tell me, you're telling me, you're going to ask this man what's the day not for matter. I'm not even going to insult your intelligence with that. No disrespect. That's how a 5%er identifies himself, he or she. But the amount of knowledge means I know what you know. So let's talk about something a little bit different here.
Right.
God, what you doing, my friend? It's build to destroy. Build me to add on, destroy me. Come on, my man, stop. Stop, man, right? I mean, all right, yeah, okay, we can do that, but how does that fit in the scheme of how you can make something actualized for these children? Because it's about them. If we're not doing that, we're not making sense here.
Well, that goes back to what Earth, as you said, like, and what stuck out to me, what she said, is that Harriet Tubman would consider letting us back in if we had a program with the children.
Right. And so PS92 as well said that.
Okay. So so they say all that adult stuff that y'all doing, we don't want that.
Right.
So
right.
So that's like.
And then you remember the question was asked. Let's keep it funky here. And then the question was asked. Well, if we do that, can we have the Parliament? Now, let me say this for you. How I understood that question. That was a good question. But that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about, can you come to this school and introduce something for the children? Right? Whether it's on
that's very telling.
Right? Now, you're asking me, you simultaneously, you want to be in the auditorium in the front talking about what's today's mathematics. You shot your load, my dude. With that, with us. Right. You did that, and then it was a bunch of y'all in the projects. Now, listen to this one, God. Here's the shoe. Here's what shoot you in the foot. Instead of going into the project, you want to sit directly across the street on the benches, right? Even though we pack a mean punch and different, whatever, but. You could. Some of them did go, but then you have it's community. So people walking past. Look, here we go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Then there were other instances, but again, so they were like, well, according to Earth Jew, I would consider that if you come in here on this note.
let the children lead.
Right.
Put the children in front, basically.
Right. You know, that program. So, and what you can do simultaneously, work on getting your own.
My point, right.
Right. Work with these children since the babies are the best part. Teach them that, and then simultaneously, you know, because see again, you're not talking. Then we see action, and then when they see that, because see means understand. Then you know what, man. I see you're having difficulty in establishing or getting whatever. Yeah, come on back inside, or come over here. Now some people go to hear this and say, there he go, you know, because I'm the first one to say. Because without even speaking about what was the cause of us not being there, let's say that wasn't the case. My property, my house, my rule.
Correct.
Right. So like I could tell you, no, we don't, and it's happened. We've came to Harry Tubman at times in the past, and the doors were closed after paying. After paying them the fee to get in, right? I remember me, Umalan, a few of us got there, 1:35. No janitor, nobody. I'm like, damn, where everybody at? So
1:35 p.m.
Yeah, I'm like, the problem is at 2.
Yeah.
So you know, we trying to get the door open. We had to go through hills and mountains and roads and rivers, you know, to get this, and then got it open. You know. Only to find, man, you know, I'm the word you use, God, but I'm deliberately lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical, right?
Yeah, whatever. You know, that in itself gave you indication of the importance of having your own.
Right.
Allah got that through the Urban League Street Academy. Yeah, there was politics involved, and Lindsay was involved,
right,
and all the other people. Although the different dynamic in that, you know, because he taught Lindsay, right? Or Lindsay was righteously influenced by Allah. You know what I mean? But we got that through him, right? And the whole purpose was, again, to develop. And the idea was definitely, and is, education. So that needs to happen. Right, you know what I mean? You know, like when I was just pulling some people to the side. You know what I mean? We had a nice meeting, you know what I mean? But I'm, you know, before I left, I'm pulling, listen, man, you know, like, all minds have to be one, man. Right? And one for what? If you're not talking about children here, what can we immediately put in place? I'm asking children, the few that do come to my class, what would you like to see done here? You know, or how can I enhance this class to speak to their level of consciousness? Because again, you know, leave it to them. They'll stay in that computer room. Which is that's a good thing.
Right.
So you need to again introduce. We need to monitor, introduce something that will enhance the education through that.
Because that's where the children are at.
Right.
It's through the technology. And,
yes.
You keep them in there. You know, that's my bill, guy. You know what I'm saying? In terms, I just want to know, like, you know, how you see, like, you know, us with our part. Because God, we have. We
the piece with the magnetic.
We have it.
But the opposite word is PIECE. S. Your pieces.
Pieces.
Right.
They need to come together as one.
Right.
It's just too scattered.
To be that one piece.
Right.
You know, so and then unfortunately behavior. And God, me raise my hand, man. Like I would do that with the Parliament too. You know, moons ago, man, I wasn't no saint.
Right.
I had to be informed. You know, that's why, again, I'm a judge. That's why, like I told people, I knocked on doors. I wasn't witch hunting, looking to, like, let's hang this brother to dry or whatever. But let me pull you to the side, man. Some people I had to tell, man, have a good day. Individually. I'm not going to mention no names. There's some people you haven't seen That's the result of me telling them, yo, let me talk to you for a minute, man. You dress yourself off. Or not, but don't do it here.
Right.
Right, because that's hurting us.
Yeah.
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mega did this.